Exposition of the Holy Quran. By G. A. Parwez, Sura 3, Al-Imran, verse 102 to 150.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون واعتصموا بحبل الله جميعا ولا تفرقوا واذكروا نعمة الله عليكم إذ كنتم أعداء فألف بين قلوبكم فأصبحتم بنعمته إخوانا وكنتم على شفا حفرة من النار فأنقذكم منها كذلك يبين الله لكم آياته لعلكم تهتدون.
102 to 103. O Jamaat al-Mominin, follow this code of law as it deserves to be followed throughout your life. This code should be held fast by all of you together and be not divided into sects and parties. Remember Allah's blessings to you in that when you were each other's enemy and He brought your hearts together and thus you became brothers. This strong brotherhood formed on the basis of an ideology was a great blessing, although before that you were on the brink of a pit of fire and He drew you back from it. In this way Allah makes His directives clear so that you may take the right path.
وَلْتَكُن مِّنكُمْ أُمَّةٌ يَدْعُونَ إِلَى الْخَيْرِ وَيَأْمُرُونَ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَيَنْهَوْنَ عَنِ الْمُنكَرِ وَأُولَئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ.
104. For the establishment of this system it is necessary that you should be such a Jamaat Ummah that calls all humanity to the Quran. 3. 109 2. 143 22. 78. Enjoining what it recognizes as right and forbidding what it declares wrong. If you do this, you will lead a life of progress and prosperity. 23. 1.
ولا تكونوا كالذين تفرقوا واختلفوا من بعد ما جاءهم البينات وأولئك لهم عذاب عظيم.
105. O Jamaat al-Mominin, you should not be like those who fell into factions and differed amongst themselves after clear guidance had come to them. For them there is grievous torment. 6. 160 30. 32 42. 13.
يوم تبيض وجوه وتسود وجوه فأما الذين اسودت وجوههم أكفرتم بعد إيمانكم فذوقوا العذاب بما كنتم تكفرون.
106. There will be two groups on the day of reckoning. One whose faces will be bright and the others whose faces will be dark. The latter will be told that they had renounced what they had believed in and should taste the fruits of the deeds.
وَأَمَّا الَّذِينَ بِيَضَّتْ وُجُوهُهُمْ فَفِي رَحْمَةِ اللَّهِ هُمْ فِيهَا خَالِدُونَ.
107. Those with bright faces will enjoy Allah's blessings and lead a happy life.
تِلْكَ آيَاتُ اللَّهِ نَتْلُوهَا عَلَيْكَ بِالْحَقِّ وَمَا اللَّهُ يُرِيدُ ظُلْمًا لِلْعَالَمِينَ.
108. This guidance which is sent to you, O Nabi, is based on truth. If it had not been given to mankind it would have been a zulm which is not intended by Allah towards His creatures.
ولله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض وإلى الله ترجع الأمور.
109 And Allah has not devised this system for mankind alone. His law also governs whatever is there in the heavens and the earth, and it is because of this universal law that everything is busy in the fulfillment of its destined goal.
كنتم خير أمة أخرجت للناس تأمرون بالمعروف وتنهون عن المنكر وتؤمنون بالله ولو آمن أهل الكتاب لكان خيرا لهم منهم المؤمنون وأكثرهم الفاسقون.
110 O Jamaat al-Momineen, your responsibility is not only to follow Allah's guidance yourselves. You are an ummah raised for the good of all humanity. Your responsibility is to enjoin what has been recognized to be right and to forbid what is considered wrong by the Quran. If these Ahl al-Kitab had believed in this way, it would surely have been better for them. Some of them have believed, but most of them are deviant.
لن يضروكم إلا أذى وإن يقاتلوكم يولوكم الأدبار ثم لا ينصرون.
111 Those who deviate cannot inflict on you anything but a trifling harm. If they engage in war with you, they will turn their backs upon you in flight, and none would be there to help them.
ضربت عليهم الذلة أينما ثقفوا إلا بحبل من الله وحبل من الناس وباءوا بغضب من الله وضربت عليهم المسكنة ذلك بأنهم كانوا يكفرون بآيات الله ويقتلون الأنبياء بغير حق ذلك بما عصوا وكانوا يعتدون.
112 Don't you see what a life of misery and ignominy are they living? They have no abode in this world and no shelter. Except that when someone considering Ahl al-Kitab gave them shelter, or they have some pact with some people, otherwise they have incurred the wrath of Allah and continue to remain overshadowed by humiliation. This is because they have persistently denied the truth of Allah's message and transgressed to the extent that they even killed the Anbiya unjustly. All this because they rebelled and went beyond all limits.
ليسوا سواء من أهل الكتاب أمة قائمة يتلون آيات الله آناء الليل وهم يسجدون يؤمنون بالله واليوم الآخر ويأمرون بالمعروف وينهون عن المنكر ويسارعون في الخيرات وأولئك من الصالحين وما يفعلوا من خير فلن يكفروه والله عليم بالمتقين.
113 to 115 This does not mean that the Jewish people as a whole have lost the capability of adopting the right path. There are some amongst them who have accepted Islam and then rehearse Allah's message during the night. They believe in Allah and the hereafter and enjoin what the Quran recognizes to be right and forbid what it considers to be wrong. They strive eagerly for the good of humanity. These are the ones who will be called the Salihin. Whatever good they do shall by no means go unacknowledged. Allah is well aware of the Muttaqin.
إن الذين كفروا لن تغني عنهم أموالهم ولا أولادهم من الله شيئا وأولئك أصحاب النار هم فيها خالدون.
116 As for those who have not believed, neither their possessions nor their children shall be of any avail against Allah's system, and it is they who are destined for the fire, therein to abide.
مثل ما ينفقون في هذه الحياة الدنيا كمثل ريح فيها صر أصابت حرث قوم ظلموا أنفسهم فأهلكته وما ظلمهم الله ولكن أنفسهم يظلمون.
117 Whatever these people spend for worldly life is like that freezing wind which smites and destroys the entire harvest because they did not make proper arrangements for its protection. Allah did not perpetrate any zulm upon them, they did it to themselves and thus brought about the destruction.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تتخذوا بطانة من دونكم لا يألونكم خبالا ودوا ما عنتم قد بدت البغضاء من أفواههم وما تخفي صدورهم أكبر قد بينا لكم الآيات إن كنتم تعقلون. ها أنتم أولئك تحبونهم ولا يحبونكم وتؤمنون بالكتاب كله وإذا لقوكم قالوا آمنا وإذا خلوا عضوا عليكم الأنامل من الغيظ قل موتوا بغيظكم إن الله عليم بذات الصدور.
118 to 119 O Jamaat al-Mu'minin, do not repose confidence in those outside of your own circle. They will not miss any opportunity to harm you. They gloat over your suffering. Some of their hatred is articulated, and what they conceal in their hearts is even more pernicious. We have told you all these very clearly if only you would reflect. You befriend them, but they do not befriend you, although you believe in all the scriptures. When they meet you, they say, we also believe, but when they are by themselves they go wild with rage. Say to them, perish in your rage, Allah knows fully well what is going on in your minds. 3. 27, 9, 23, 58, 22, 60. 4.
إن تمسسكم حسنة تسؤهم وإن تصبكم سيئة يفرحوا بها وإن تصبروا وتتقوا لا يضركم كيدهم شيئا إن الله بما يعملون محيط.
120 They are aggrieved when something good happens to you and rejoice if anything untoward happens. If you remain steadfast and hold fast to Allah's laws, their conspiracies will do you no harm. Allah's law of makafat envelops them.
وَإِذْ غَدَوْتَ مِنْ أَهْلِكَ تُبَوِّئُ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ مَقَاعِدَ لِلْقِتَالِ وَاللَّهُ سَمِيعٌ عَلِيمٌ.
121 Moving from the conspirators to those who confronted you openly, call to mind the battle of Uhud when you, O Nabi, left home early in the morning to set your forces in position. Surely Allah is all-hearing, all-knowing.
إذ هم الطائفتان منكم أن تفشلا والله وليهما وعلى الله فليتوكل المؤمنون ولقد نصركم الله ببدر وأنتم أذلة فاتقوا الله لعلكم تشكرون.
122 to 123 The confrontation was so severe that two groups from amongst you were on the verge of losing heart even though they knew that they had the support of Allah's system. They were told that they had been given success by Allah in the Battle of Badr although they were in a miserable condition. Therefore, you should continue to adhere to Allah's laws so that your efforts become abundantly fruitful.
إذ تقول للمؤمنين ألن يكفيكم أن يمدكم ربكم بثلاثة آلاف من الملائكة منزلين بلى إن تصبروا وتتقوا ويأتوكم من فورهم هذا يمددكم ربكم ب5000 من الملائكة مسومين.
124 to 125 On that occasion, O Rasul, you said to the Mu'mineen, is it not enough that Allah should help you with 3,000 malaika who would come down to strengthen your hearts? 3. 125 8. 10, 12, 41. 30. And if the confrontation becomes even more severe, the number would be increased to 5,000 who would come swooping down, provided you remain steadfast and adhere to Allah's laws.
وما جعله الله إلا بشرى لكم ولتطمئن قلوبكم به وما النصر إلا من عند الله العزيز الحكيم.
126 According to the Quran. 8. 53, 13, 11. Change in the outward condition of a people depends upon inward change. This inward change is a result of unswerving confidence and trust in the validity of Allah's laws and is called the help of Malaika in Quranic terminology.
ليقطع طرفا من الذين كفروا أو يكبتهم فينقلبوا خائبين.
127 This help will disable a section of your opponents and they will withdraw from the battle defeated.
ليس لك من الأمر شيء أو يتوب عليهم أو يعذبهم فإنهم ظالمون. ولله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض يغفر لمن يشاء ويعذب من يشاء والله غفور رحيم.
128 to 129 O Rasul, they are, no doubt, aggressors, but it will be none of your concern to decide about their fate personally. It will be decided according to Allah's law of Mukafat, which operates in the entire universe and determines who would be protected and who would be annihilated. Success in war is a defense against oppressive forces.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تأكلوا الربا أضعافا مضاعفة واتقوا الله لعلكم تفلحون.
130 O Jamaat al-Mu'minin. Do not accept an economic system based on riba. You think it increases the wealth manifold, whereas it is decreased. You should always remain conscious of Allah's laws and follow them, as this is the way to prosperity and success.
واتقوا النار التي أعدت للكافرين.
131 And beware of the fire which awaits those who deny the truth.
وأطيعوا الله والرسول لعلكم ترحمون.
132 And adhere to the divine order established by the Rasul so that you continue to receive the means of nurture.
وسارعوا إلى مغفرة من ربكم وجنة عرضها السماوات والأرض أعدت للمتقين.
133 And hasten towards protection from your sustainer, leading to the Jannah, which encompasses the entire universe and has been prepared for the muttaqin.
الذين ينفقون في السراء والضراء والكاظمين الغيظ والعافين عن الناس والله يحب المحسنين.
134 These muttaqin help the needy whether they are themselves affluent or in straitened circumstances. They sublimate their violent passions towards some constructive end and do not care how others behave towards them, and thus maintain the balance both in themselves and the society. Allah likes the muhsinin.
والذين إذا فعلوا فاحشة أو ظلموا أنفسهم ذكروا الله فاستغفروا لذنوبهم ومن يغفر الذنوب إلا الله ولم يصروا على ما فعلوا وهم يعلمون.
135 The muttaqin are those who, if they commit an indecency or a wrong against their own selves perchance, immediately bring Allah's laws to mind and make amends for what they have done by performing good deeds. 11. 114, 13. 22. And who else but Allah's laws can protect them from the adverse effects of their wrong actions? They do not persist willfully on a course of wrong actions.
أولئك جزاؤهم مغفرة من ربهم وجنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها ونعم أجر العاملين.
136 For them the recompense is protection from their sustainer and a life of bliss therein to abide. How excellent a reward for those who labor.
قد خلت من قبلكم سنن فسيروا في الأرض فانظروا كيف كان عاقبة المكذبين.
137 Many were the man-made systems in force before you. Go into the world and see what has been the end of those systems and the people who upheld them.
هذا بيان للناس وهدى وموعظة للمتقين.
138 This is a manifesto for mankind and a guidance and counsel for the muttaqin.
ولا تهنوا ولا تحزنوا وأنتم الأعلون إن كنتم مؤمنين.
139 So, O Jamaat al-Mu'minin, do not lose heart or be depressed, for you shall surely gain ascendancy, provided you are true believers. 4. 141
إن يمسسكم قرح فقد مس القوم قرح مثله وتلك الأيام نداولها بين الناس وليعلم الله الذين آمنوا ويتخذ منكم شهداء والله لا يحب الظالمين وليمحص الله الذين آمنوا ويمحق الكافرين.
140 to 141 If you have suffered a defeat, i.e., in the battle of Uhud, your enemies had suffered likewise, i.e., in the battle of Badr, history will tell you that success and defeat alternate in the life of nations. These trials bring out the worth of those who truly believe and also bear witness to the truth. Those who fail the test are not fit to survive.
أم حسبتم أن تدخلوا الجنة ولما يعلم الله الذين جاهدوا منكم منكم ويعلم الصابرين.
142 In the light of these hard facts, do you think that you will gain Jannah while you have yet to prove which of you have struggled hard and have endured steadfastly? 9, 16, 29, 2.
ولقد كنتم تمنون الموت من قبل أن تلقوه فقد رأيتموه وأنتم تنظرون.
143 You had yearned for death before you came face to face with it, and now that you have faced it you appear to be undecided.
وما محمد إلا رسول قد خلت من قبله الرسل أفإن مات أو قتل انقلبتم على أعقابكم ومن ينقلب على عقبيه فلن يضر الله شيئا وسيجزي الله الشاكرين.
144 Take note that the system based on eternal principles is not shaken by the death of an individual, no matter how important his position may be. This principle applies even to as great a personality as Muhammad. Peace be upon him. He is no more than a Rasul from Allah. Rusul before him have passed away. If he dies or is slain, will you then turn on your heels thinking that the system is finished? Whosoever does so will not harm Allah in any way. Allah will reward those who remain steadfast out of their conviction that the system does not depend upon personalities and will continue as long as the book of Allah is followed.
وما كان لنفس أن تموت إلا بإذن الله كتابا مؤجلا ومن يرد ثواب الدنيا نؤته منها ومن يرد ثواب الآخرة نؤته منها وسنجزي الشاكرين. 145 Death is a natural phenomenon and the duration of life is determined by Allah's physical laws. What matters is not how long a person lives but what he does. One who works only for this world receives his reward accordingly. 17, 18-20. And one who works both for this world and the hereafter is also rewarded accordingly. 3, 147. And therefore whoever remains attached with this system, he would very soon, himself see the result of his efforts. 24, 55. وكأي من نبي قاتل معه ربيون كثير فما وهنوا لما أصابهم في سبيل الله وما ضعفوا وما استكانوا والله يحب الصابرين. وما كان قولهم إلا أن قالوا ربنا اغفر لنا ذنوبنا وإسرافنا في أمرنا وثبت أقدامنا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين.
146-147 Many were the Anbiya on whose side fought a number of their companions. They did not lose heart because of what befell them in the cause of Allah. They did not weaken nor did they give in. They stood steadfast. Their only prayer was, O our Sustainer, grant us protection against our shortcomings or anything excessive in our doings. Make us stand firmly and help us against our opponents.
فآتاهم الله ثواب الدنيا وحسن ثواب الآخرة والله يحب المحسنين.
148 Allah bestowed upon them the blessings of this life as well as an excellent return in the life hereafter because they had led a balanced life.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا إن
تطيعوا الذين كفروا يردوكم على أعقابكم فتنقلبوا خاسرين.
149 O Jamaat al-Mo'minin, if you follow the Kafirin, they will cause you to relapse into your old ways and you will turn losers.
بل الله مولاكم وهو خير الناصرين.
115a. Allah alone is your protector and He is the best of helpers.